So just a heads up. One, make sure you jot down somewhere when your card's going to expire. And second, consider a money order, even though the cashier's check, I think, in the long run was safer. Alright, this is going to be one of those, this happened to me, so take my advice, don't let it happen to you type of videos. So here in Arizona, we have a 5-year, I think it's 5-year expiration on our CCWs. And I was sitting there minding my business, and my CCW expired. Now we have a 90-day period of time where we can send in our renewal without having to take an additional class or anything like that. So here's what I did. This was during the weirdness of the end of 21. I noticed that my permit had expired, so I got a check from the bank, and then I sent in the stuff, the form and everything, sent it off. I knew they were having a backlog. A friend of mine had sent his in when it expired, and his took 4 months. Well, I didn't think nothing of it. About 3 months in, I think, maybe something like that, I called the number and said, "Hey, what's up?" And they said, "Oh, let me look. Oh, it's how long? From what? When did you send it in? Okay, then XYZ, call us in another month." I didn't think nothing of it. A little while later, I get this big envelope in the mail, way bigger than this one. And it's my form, and it's my check, and it's my stuff, and it's because my check had expired in the time that they had it. The checks from the bank last for 3 months, at least from my bank. So they had this, the Department of Public Safety, I guess, up in Phoenix, had to send me back all that stuff. I had to go to the bank. Luckily, the bank had experienced that before. I've been to 2 banks in Tucson, one to get the initial check, and then one to go back and deal with the expired check and get another one. Both banks had dealt with the Department of Public Service, so a lot of CCWs here in Arizona. And both banks were very nice about it. I did have to pay a fee to get the check in the first place, but once that one expired, they put it back in credit. You know, they did whatever they had to do to put it back into credit in my account, and especially since I had the check there, the DPS sent it to me. And then they waived any fees on the second check. They wrote out the second check still with a 3-month whatever date on it, expiration date, but this time everything went through okay. And I'm guessing because there's a card in here, let me make sure it's all right. This one will expire in 26. So yeah, so just a heads up. One, make sure you jot down somewhere when your card's going to expire. Here in Arizona, they don't notify us anymore when our cards are expiring. I think back in the day they used to. I can't remember anymore. And second, consider a money order, even though the cashier's check, I think, in the long run was safer. Consider a money order. From what I'm told, the money orders don't have an expiration date on them because you're giving that money away. But the cashier's check had an expiration date. Since it expired, I had to go through some extra hoops. The PPS had to go through some extra hoops. And then my money was secure. But it cost, I think the check was $40 or something, and the thing cost $15 to get, so it wasn't an inexpensive process. That's my advice. Set yourself a reminder in your phone or on a calendar or something when your CCW expires, and if you're responsible for others or you know others, then maybe give them a reminder as well. You can typically send in your renewal the date it expires. Sometimes 30 days ahead of time, but often there's some kind of leeway after. So I'd recommend, depending on your state, just getting a jump on that in case there is a delay or an unforeseen delay arises. With that being said, it's nice to have the CCW for when traveling. We don't have reciprocity everywhere yet, but the states that do, having the card allows me to have reciprocity, even though I want to say an extra thanks to the AZCDL, who had, since their efforts in 2010, made it possible for us here in Arizona to have constitutional carry. So even though I didn't have my permit, no problem carrying. It's just now I can carry out of state and so forth. So again, leave yourself a reminder and consider maybe a money order potentially. With that, thanks for watching. Let us know in the comments what you think. Until Until next time. So let us know what you think. We'll be watching the comments wherever you find the video, over on gunstreamer.com or on guntube.org. Thank you for supporting our projects. If you'd like to buy us a cup of coffee, check out our Patreon channel.
The guys and gals of gunwebsites.com encourage you to take a CCW class every year, practice at least once a month, and carry every day. Thank you for watching gunwebsites.com.